Hi everyone, it's me. So I actually got a suggestion in one of my comments for this video and I think it is a really good idea. This week I'm going to be trying 7 different stretch videos, if that makes sense, because stretching is very important and everyone should always be stretching. So I'm going to pick and try 7 different stretching videos. I'm going to give each video a Lexi score and I'm going to give each one a fun score. So let's pick our stretching videos for this week. Okay, so the criteria for the videos I'm going to be choosing this week, I want to focus on like full body stretching videos, and I also want them all to be like a similar length as well. So I'm going to try and get them all within like that 10 to 20 minute range. I'm going to search for full body stretch. Oh, we all make typos here. Full body stretch. Okay, so I'm gonna try and pick also like no equipment ones. So we have this first one that popped up by Mady Morrison, 15-minute full body stretch. Our second one will be 10-minute yoga full body stretch by Yoga with Bird. That's so cute. Our next one will be yoga with Kassandra, 10-minute morning yoga. Next we will do this strength side. I've never heard of strength side, but we will be trying his 15-minute follow along stretch. Okay, the next one is a MadFit 15-minute daily stretch routine. Next is a 10-minute full body stretch from Pamela and a 15-minute by Heather Robertson. Okay, so I've picked 7, but I know you guys love Caroline Girvan and she is next on the list. So I'm going to do another bonus one this week and I will also be trying this Caroline Girvan 20-minute unwind stretch as well. Okay, so there we have it. I think we have a pretty good lineup there. So this week we will be trying stretches from Mady Morrison, Yoga with Bird, Yoga with Kassandra, Strength Side, MadFit, Pamela Reif, Heather Robertson, and Caroline Girvan. Let's get stretching. So don't mind my sweat. I just did a very intensive Caroline Girvan workout. I just want to cool down now. I want a nice cool down stretch routine. So I'm going to try the Mady Morrison stretch routine now. Just finished the Mady Morrison stretch video. It was pretty good. She really did a good job at getting through all of the body. The only thing that I wish she kind of got a little tiny bit more into was back bends. That might be just because I'm obsessed with back bends. So for my flexi grade, I'm going to give this one an 8. I think she did a good job at getting into all the different body parts. I feel like everyone would be able to do this stretch, from beginners to more advanced yogis, stretchies. One kind of like awkward thing about this stretch routine, there were breaks in the middle. Maybe some other people like breaks in their stretch routines, but for me, I just don't think they're necessary. I think you can move gently from one stretch to the other, like right after each other. There was like a 10-second break in between each stretch, which kind of left me like sitting around in between the stretches, where I feel like the time could have been filled a little more efficiently with just stretch right into the next stretch, and then that way you could fit more into a smaller amount of time. So for my fun scale, I'm going to give this one a 7. I think overall it was good, but yeah, just a few little things that could have been cleaned up to make the entire stretch even more enjoyable. That's it for this one. See you when I stretch again. Good morning. So I just did a quick 10-minute cardio workout. I'm going to now cool down with the 10-minute yoga with bird stretch. Let's go.
Let's begin on our knees, walking the hands towards the top of the mat.
Okay, just finished the yoga with bird stretch. It was 10 minutes long. There was no like countdown timer like the previous one. It was definitely more of like a yoga style flow where she like talks you through all the poses. I thought it was a lot more like calm and meditative than the last one, but we didn't get as into like the deeper stretches that we did last time. So for the flexi scale on this one, I'm going to give it a 6. I think she definitely focused more on the meditating and the breathing and just kind of the restorative aspects of stretching. I think this one is super beginner friendly, so if you're new into stretching, this would be a great one to try to get you into it. For my fun scale on this one, I'm going to give it an 8. It was definitely super easy to follow. She had a nice soothing, calm voice. The music was very calm and relaxing. It just wasn't so stretchy. Like if you really want a good deep stretch, this is probably not the one for you, but if you want to calm down and meditate, this one is the one for you. I will see you when I try the next stretch. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm all worked out again, and I'm going to cool down with a 10-minute stretch. Today's stretch will be from Yoga with Kassandra. Let's cool down and stretch.
So you can drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, stretching through the right side of your neck.
Stretch completed. Kassandra's stretch was definitely more like yoga style. So there was no like timer with like the beeps and that sort of thing, but it was more just following your breath, following her guide, and just moving through the entire sequence. I felt like this one was a really good, like well-rounded one, perfect for the morning to just like get your body all awake. It definitely wasn't like an intense stretch. I don't think any of the ones I've tried yet so far this week have been like actual intense stretches, but they've all been good for just kind of like, yeah, waking your body up, loosening your muscles, and just getting yourself ready for the day or cooling down or whatever. So for flexi score on this one, I'm going to give it a 7.5. I think she moved through a lot of the different regions of the body and just kind of got them warmed up, but we could have, I think, gone a little bit deeper. And then for the fun score on this one, I am going to give it an 8.5. I think this was the most intuitive stretch routine I followed so far this week. I like the kind of like following your breath and just guiding along that way. That's it. I will see you in the next stretch. Okay, you guys, today we will be trying a 15-minute stretch by Strength Side. I have literally never heard of this channel or anything before, so let's see how it goes.
We begin with hip rotation. So just like this guy in the video, you're going to be rotating the leg inward and outward.
Okay, that one was a little interesting for me. So it was a very casual routine. He did like a voiceover, like talking you through it. It was definitely a very casual voiceover. There were a lot of like and he stumbled to find a lot of the words to describe what he was trying to say. Usually with these types of voiceover stretches, they're more refined and, you know, they go in and fine-tune everything just to make it more like a relaxing and zen kind of feel. So if you're not into that refined kind of, you know, aura, and you like to follow a more casual voice, then this one might be the one for you. He focused a lot more on hips, so I found that good. I always love stretching out my hips, especially because I work full-time sitting at a desk. He didn't really get too deep into the stretches though, so for flexi scale, I'm going to give him a 7 for this one. There was one stretch where I just like cringed and I don't know if maybe he's not aware of this or something, but I feel like it's very dangerous and I need to address this. But you should never put so much pressure on your knees. Your knees are very, very delicate and you need to take care of them and love them and be gentle to them. So I'm actually just gonna show you what he did just in case you try this one. So he did like a quad stretch while in like a lunge type of position, but what he did was he kept his lunge at like a 90-degree angle here, straight down, and then he lifted, I don't even want to do it, but he lifted his foot and grabbed it from here, which, especially that action of like going like up your like knee like that, puts so much pressure on your knees and you will likely get an injury from that. So please don't do that. This is something I've been told all my life. I grew up competitive dancing, doing yoga, so I've been stretching for a long time, and this is the one like biggest thing to not do. Instead, the thing to do, instead of keeping all your weight and all the pressure in your knee, put that a little more out, and then when you grab it this way, the pressure is not just on your kneecap and it's more on like your thigh here. Protect your knees, protect your bones, please. Please, knees are so delicate. I just had to say that because I was just like, no, don't do this. So for fun factor for this one, just because I was stressing out so much about the knees, I'm gonna have to give this one a 4. Yeah, just be nice to your body. That's it for this one. I'll see you when I try the next stretch. Okay, we are going to be doing a MadFit stretch. This one is a 15-minute long stretch routine. I've actually never done a stretch routine for MadFit, which is weird because I've done like so many of her workouts. Let's do it.
All right guys, first we're gonna start with our feet nice and wide, and we're gonna start with just a few neck rolls. So we're gonna do 3.
I really enjoyed that one, yay. So that routine definitely went a little deeper into all the stretches than all the previous ones I've done this week. There was a lot of focus on the hips and the hamstrings, but there was also like upper body, back, glute stretches as well. I think she accomplished a lot in 15 minutes. There's only really so much you can accomplish in a 15-minute stretch, but I thought she did a really good job with this one as a quick stretch. So for flexi scale on this one, I'm going to give it a 9. Just definitely went deeper into all those muscles. Felt more reminiscent of a stretch that I would actually do on my own if I was just like leading my own flow. And then for fun factor, I'm also going to give it a 9. I think MadFit's flow was very intuitive. She held each stretch for I think the perfect amount of time. It didn't feel rushed, but it didn't feel too slow at the same time. And overall, she's just good at talking you through things. She had some nice calm music playing, and she definitely knew what she was talking about. Like, she knew what the muscles were called, she knew what the stretches were called. So overall, this was definitely my favorite so far this week, but we will keep going. So today I'm taking a little rest day from working out, so I'm just gonna stretch it all out today, get all those aches out of my body. I've got my favorite little lounge set on. I like to call it my banana suit. This is my banana suit. And today on the list is a Pamela Reif 10-minute stretch. So let's get stretching. Okay, just finished the stretch. It was a very basic stretch routine, I would say. That backdrop was like amazing. Like, she filmed this like on the coast of Italy somewhere. I wish I was stretching there. Anyways, the structure of it was a typical Pam style video. So it was 30 seconds, I believe, each stretch. There was no talking, and there was just those beeps to signify moving on to the next stretch. I think this one would also be a good one for beginners. None of the stretches that she does are too intense or complex or anything. For flexi scale, I'm going to give this one a 7.5. And then for fun scale on this one, I'm also going to give it a 7.5. Yeah, I just think this one was basic. It wasn't bad. It wasn't particularly exceptionally good. The music is a little more upbeat than like the usual yoga flow music you would expect. So if you're more into the upbeat stretching, then try this one. Yeah, so since that one was only 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do another stretch routine now. So next on the list, I believe, is a Heather Robertson stretch, and it's a 15-minute long routine. So I'm just gonna do that now.
Alright guys, we're gonna get started here in child's pose and then shifting forward, dropping the hips lifting the chin and chest.
Wow, I am surprised at how much Heather fit in that 15-minute stretch. She got into the hips, the hamstrings, the upper body. She even did back bends. She's actually the first one this week that's gotten into back bends. And on top of that, she even fit a short little shavasana at the end of the stretch routine. This routine was very quick paced. It was fast moving. You didn't hold anything for too long, which is why I think she was able to get so many stretches in such a small amount of time. So for flexi scale on this one, I'm gonna have to give it a 10. I really think she reached like the maximum that you would want to reach in a 15-minute stretch. It's a very short amount of time to be stretching, so you don't really want to push it too far in such a short amount of time if your body's not warm enough. And for fun scale, I'm also gonna give it a 10. I honestly can't think of anything that was wrong or bad about this one. I actually really enjoyed it. The pace of it was good. Her guidance through it was good. Heather's is definitely more of the free flow, like yoga style, where she guides you through everything with her voice. She also has like the perfect voice, I feel like, to guide these types of stretches. Her voice is so soothing. It's not like overdone, but it's just like nice. It's like nice to listen to. So yeah, for fun scale, a 10. 10 across the boards for Heather this week. See you when I do the next stretch. Good morning, my friends. We are wrapping up this video today with the last stretch of the week, and that will be Caroline Girvan's 20-minute stretch. Let's go. Okay, I am all stretched out now. Just some initial thoughts on that one first. I think she did a pretty decent job on like balancing stretches on all body parts. She fit a good amount in, I think, to a 20-minute stretch. One thing I really appreciated was she did foot mobility in this one as well, just like 30 seconds of it. None of the other stretches this week had foot mobility, so I thought that was pretty cool. For Caroline's structure, all of the stretches except for one were 30 seconds each. She did not talk through the stretch routine. It was one of the beepy ones. It's kind of funny, after trying out all these stretch routines this week, I've realized there's a big difference between stretching for recovery between workouts and then the people that stretch just to stretch. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm stumbling on my words a lot this morning. But yeah, for example, Caroline's that I just did and also Pamela's seem to have more of an emphasis of stretching to recover from exercise. And then the more yoga-based ones that I did like earlier this week and then MadFit's and Heather's seem to emphasize stretching to stretch more. If you try these stretch routines, let me know if you observe that as well. So for flexi scale on this one, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Again, I think she did a great job at fitting stretches into a 20-minute time period. Although I do feel like some of the 15-minute ones I tried earlier this week might have actually gotten deeper into the stretches than Caroline did. And for fun scale, I'm going to give this one an 8. I like how she got into all different parts of the body, so that was enjoyable for me. The one thing I feel like I don't like with stretch routines is like the structure of the counting down. So almost every single stretch was held for exactly 30 seconds, and this is just complete personal preference on my part, but I do prefer the more yoga free flows because I do feel like we benefit from holding certain stretches either shorter or longer. Like some stretches you don't really need to be holding for too long, and then some stretches you could benefit from holding it for longer than 30 seconds. I know there's stretching science and stuff out there, but I'm just going by intuition and what feels good on my body. But other than that, I feel like the stretch was very intuitive, and I think Caroline did a great job with this one. So there are all the stretches. I will get back to you with the final rankings. Okay, so our final rankings for the stretch videos this week, beginning with the flexi scale. In 8th place is yoga with Bird. 7th is strength side. 6th is yoga with Kassandra. 5th is Pamela Reif. 4th is Mady Morrison. 3rd is Girvan. 2nd is MadFit. And number 1 for flexi scale this week is Heather Robertson. For the fun scale, in 8th place is strength side. 7th is Mady Morrison. 6th is Pamela Reif. 5th is Girvan. 4th is yoga with Bird. 3rd is yoga with Kassandra. 2nd is MadFit. And number 1 again is Heather Robertson. So there you have it. Those are my rankings for this week. Please let me know in the comments if you try these and let me know which one is your favorite. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment what you want to see me try next. If you like me, please subscribe. I post videos every Sunday. Do the bell thing, and I will see you in the next one.